Hey guys, Mo here with Happy Body Store. Just want to give you guys a little bit of insight into organic sulfur, also known as MSM, what it can do for your body, why you should absolutely be considering taking it daily. So, what is MSM? Well, it's used worldwide and has been for the last 50 years as a pain relief supplement and a general wellness driving supplement. It's MSM is basically a mineral compound, and it has a lot of sulfur in it. That's why it's known as organic sulfur. It's an organic form of sulfur. It can be found three ways today, either as a powder, a pill, or in crystalline format. We at the Happy Body Store have always chosen the crystalline format because it is 99% pure MSM with the highest bioavailable form of sulfur. And I'll get into why that's so important in just a few seconds. But just remember, when you're looking at MSM and you're looking to start supplementing with it as a sulfur supplement, crystals always work better. There's no question. And if you choose a powder or pill, you may pay a little bit less, but you're going to get a lot less absorption by your body, and you're also going to be taking in a lot of fillers and binders that keep it in that powdery format. So, why do you need to consider taking organic sulfur right away? Well, basically in the 50s, the United States government mandated the use of chemical fertilizers, widespread use, to increase the crop yields to feed an exploding population. 50 years in the future now from that decision, we realize its perils. We realize that it's been actually stripping sulfur and nutrients out of the food system. And people don't realize, but sulfur makes up about 25% of your body's components. And it actually is responsible as the base component for 146 different compounds and chemicals that our body creates, needs, and uses every single day. Without the sulfur, we can only get from one place, our diets. You cannot make sulfur naturally. You need food and the sulfur within that food to be able to create sulfur naturally within your system. So, because of the lack of these nutrients in the soil, fruits and vegetables, grasses, for cows that digest the grass, what have you, all that sulfur that used to be there is gone. And as a result, we're seeing a massive increase in degenerative and deadly diseases. That does not mean we're dying faster, because we obviously know that's not the case. But what is happening is we are living longer lives, just more chronically ill lives that last a long time, that people are in pain. I cannot believe the amount of people who are 30, 40 years old with hip pain, joint pain, elbow pain, tendinitis, like they were 50, 60, 70 years old. And it's simply because we don't have enough sulfur in our system and our bodies are breaking down faster as a result. This is a really good example of a slide that's from the CDC. You can find it on agingstats.gov, showcasing the rise of arthritic and joint-related diseases over the last 50 years. 1 in 5 Americans are now diagnosed with these issues and expected to grow to 1 in 4 in the next 15 years, and that comes directly from the CDC. It's proof positive that sulfur and the lack of it in our daily lives and our population today is driving this massive increase in degenerative diseases and lack of wellness. So what is sulfur amazing for? Well, basically it's amazing for anything that's body pain or joint related, everything from arthritis right down to fibromyalgia. People who take sulfur instantly notice a huge decrease in the symptoms of these joint related issues, if not just the disappearing of them. Again, without sulfur, you cannot repair the cracks, the micro cracks, the micro tears in our muscles and cartilage that happens with everyday uses of our body. They used to be there 50, 60 years ago, but today they're not. And that's why so many young people, so many midlife people are suffering these pains and living literally in agony daily with general lack of well-being as well. So, organic sulfur is also an amazing detoxification agent in your body. It's a cellular warrior. It's actually one of the few things that we know of today that can go through the cellular membrane and actually the blood-brain barrier as well. That's why it helps oxygenate the blood. And we all know that viruses and deadly diseases cannot live in oxygenated environments, so it's really great for that. It pumps nutrients in through the cell wall to get your cells basically revitalized with nutrients and oxygen, and it actually pulls out toxins and heavy metals, so it's excellent for the liver. It's known as the beauty mineral, always has been, and it's amazing for skin and skin regeneration, tightening of the skin, full, thick hair, nails, because it drives a lot of the creation of keratin in the body, and blood purification. That oxygenation that's happening within your body really starts and begins with sulfur. So is it easy to take? The answer is yes. What you're looking at here is a 1 pack of our 1 pound organic sulfur crystals. You simply rip off the top, take a teaspoon morning and night with water. It is extremely safe. There's never been one documented case of overdose. It is a food-grade supplement. So just remember that. The only thing that people should be aware of is that it can cause some blood thinning. So if you're on thinners to begin with, talk to your doctor first. Make sure that you're good to go. But everyone else should be absolutely good to go. There's never been a case of anything. It's extremely safe and very effective. So what do you expect? Typically it works within 2 weeks. 10 to 15 days is when we see most of our clients suggesting that they are starting to see that wellness starting to come back in, the less pain. People actually may see some detox symptoms at the beginning because, again, it's pulling out these toxins and heavy metals out of your system. So you can have some cold-like feelings. You can maybe break out in a little bit of a skin breakout. That's simply just because your body's getting rid of it. It's a good thing. It means it's working. The other thing you'll notice fairly quickly is, again, less pain and more mobility daily that gets better with time. Feelings of better wellness, energy, and clarity that really happen from this. And you can see it from the reviews that we have. The people who take this just cannot believe how much better they feel with this product than without. So start living again, start considering taking organic sulfur / MSM. It will do your body well. If you know a loved one or a friend who is suffering from joint pain, wellness, arthritis, what have you, this is a fabulous natural, all-natural tool for them to get back to living well again. Thank you for your time. I hope this helped give you a little bit more insight into MSM and to your well-being. Take care.